All right, you guys, voting by mail for election 2020. How about by smartphone? Listen to this, you guys. Jefferson Graham, USA Today, amidst all the outcry about whether to vote in person or via the mail, what about on the device where you're probably reading this now? Why not the smartphone in your pocket? This goes back to that. Remember the voting that we talked about that they were going to have out? I knew when Donald Trump put that number out for the yeah. Remember that 2020? What was it? That number that they put out for people to the text. That text, I knew that was leading up to this. Leading tech entrepreneurs like Andrew Yang and Bradley Tusk have called for online voting as a way to increase voter participation. And this year, in a very limited way, despite the many critics who say that online voting is unsafe and susceptible to hacking, it's actually happening for the 2020 presidential election. Amazing. Military, certain citizens with disabilities, and those overseas citizens will be able to vote on a mobile device for the presidential election in West Virginia, South Carolina, and Umatilla County, Oregon. You watch how this is going to be the thing. Vote by mail, early voting underway around the country. Now, they just reported that there was a whole bunch of mail found out outside of one of the posts. In the mailman's houses, a whole bunch of mail. Now, Sandra Surfer here reported that Biden, under a second investigation, CFOs, the Clinton Foundation, owes 2.5 billion to IRS, HRC 35K, redacted emails. So what she was reporting on was all the stuff coming out. Now, they just sent me this really cool video with this guy explaining about the case that's going on. Trump tweet: Biden must immediately be. Joe Biden must immediately release all emails, meetings, phone calls, transcripts, and records related to his involvement in his family business dealings and influence peddling around the world, including China. They just sent me a video with him. First, he was saying he didn't know anything about his son Hunter Biden, in terms of his business dealings. And then there is a picture with Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, and I guess the guys who Hunter is involved with in his so-called business dealings. Oh boy, there was another report, thank you, Peter, of a man that was on this plane. He was trying to eat some peanuts apparently, and lo and behold, got bounced off the plane because they said he wasn't wearing, yeah. Anywho, so hopefully that'll be cleared up soon. They put him on another flight apparently. A whistleblower, I'm going to put the link to that in the description below. Whistleblower dropped hard evidence that Biden, Obama, and Hillary executed the SEALs Team 6. Yeah, they took them out, you guys. Terrible. And then, man, the New York Post outlined how, yeah, I like that Peter had talked about the mayor outlawed. On Wednesday, the 14th of October, New York Post outlined how former Vice President Joe Biden allegedly met with a top executive at Ukraine natural gas firm Burisma Holdings in 2015. The meeting was set up by Hunter Biden, who was appointed to the board of Burisma in 2014, a conflict of interest. Critics have accused Joe Biden of using his office to provide business opportunities for his family. One email from Burisma advisor Vadimin Poskarhiski thanked Hunter Biden for the opportunity to meet your father and spent some time together in Washington, D.C. March 2016, he was asking if he could have coffee with his father, Joe Biden. Vice President Biden pressured Ukraine into firing top prosecutor who was investigating Burisma. In his own words, with video cameras rolling, Biden described how he threatened Ukraine President Petro Poroshenko in March 2016 that Obama administration would pull $1 billion in U.S. loan guarantees, sending the former Soviet republic toward insolvency if it didn't immediately fire Prosecutor General Viktor Shokin. Biden goes on to say, "You're not getting the billion. He's not going to be leaving here." And then he goes on to say he thinks it was about 6 hours, and how he looked at them and said, "He's leaving in 6 hours. If prosecutor is not fired, you're not going to get the money." Biden recalled telling Poroshenko. Well, then he goes on. Sure enough, the guy got fired, and he put in place someone who was solid at the time. Biden told the Council on Foreign Relations event, insisting that President Obama was in on the threat. Oh, was in on the threat. Wow. I thought he said he was not in on the threat. Wow. Interviews with a half dozen senior Ukraine officials confirm Biden's account, though they claim the pressure was applied over several months in the late 2015, early 2016, not just 6 hours of one dramatic day. Whatever the case, Poroshenko and Ukraine's parliament obliged by ending Shokin's tenure as prosecutor. Shokin was leading a wide-ranging corruption probe into the natural gas firm Burisma Holdings, that employed Biden's younger son, Hunter, as a board member. U.S. banking records show Hunter Biden's American-based firm, Rosemount Seneca Partners, LLC, received regular transfers into one of its accounts, usually more than 166,000, you guys, a month. Wow. From Burisma from spring 2014 through fall 2015, during a period when Vice President Biden was the main U.S. official dealing with Ukraine and its tense relations with Russia. All right. Here's some of the stuff going on right now, what they're doing to Kayleigh McEnany on Twitter. So here's a picture of Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, and I guess these are the business partners, right? I really like this guy. They just sent me his video. Treason coming for Cheney, Brennan, Comey, Obama, and Clinton. Gold war cover-ups and more. He's saying the Red Mafia. I didn't even know there's a Red Mafia. Saying the Red Mafia paid for everything to do with Epstein Island and all of the pedo stuff that was going on. They were behind all of the payouts. That was, very interesting to listen to how he explains Comey and Brennan and what should happen to each of them that's involved in this entire fiasco. So you guys can watch. I'm going to put the link to that in the description below. Now this one, Senator Cruz weighs in on Twitter handling of New York Post reporting on Joe Biden. And Cruz calls on Twitter CEO to testify. We want to know what the hell is going on. It's really good what he says, though.
And we are 19 days out from an election. It has no precedent in the history of democracy. The Senate Judiciary Committee wants to know what the hell is going on. Chairman Lindsey Graham and I have discussed this at length, and the committee today will be noticing a markup on Tuesday to issue a subpoena to Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, to testify before the Senate Judiciary Committee next Friday, to come before this committee and the American people and explain why Twitter is abusing their corporate power to silence the press and to cover up allegations of corruption. And let me be clear, I don't know if these New York Post stories are true or not. Those are questions Vice President Biden should answer. But Twitter and Facebook and big tech billionaires don't get to censor political speech and actively interfere in the election. That's what they're doing right now. And so on Tuesday, the Judiciary Committee, the full committee, will be voting on subpoenas to subpoena Jack Dorsey to come before our committee. This is election.
Wow. So it just got serious, you guys. Thank you to everyone for your support to us here. For those of you with tickets, citations, mortgages, foreclosures, child support cases, those of you, yeah, I'm watching the Nancy Pelosi stuff. It doesn't look good, you guys, because she's not signing that thing. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because she's been arrested and maybe it's the clone. I don't know. That might have something to do with it, or her double. Anyway, those of you with tickets, citations, mortgages, foreclosures, child support cases, those of you who are having to see an agent doing business, parole officers, as well as those of you in the churches doing business as jails for non-violent offenses, you can email us for the GSA bond templates to set off the matter, and then the 1099 OID to get back the finances they claimed you owed. They tell us it's $2 million per charge. We didn't get back that much, but we did get back something significant that we're still grateful for to this day. I just want to pray and ask the Heavenly Father God to put a protection around Donald Trump, the Army, the Navy, the military, and all that is good globally. Kaylee and everybody who's out there trying to help, all the YouTubers and everybody, just put a hedge of protection around them as we continue on this journey. So yeah, you guys can email us for the do not detain affidavit, the IRS status correction, and a whole host of stuff you hear us talk about here, as well as joining our online tutor school class and our book, Time is the Master, Time is the Key, as we go forward on this journey, right? And remember, you guys, to give our videos a thumbs up. The one we just created this morning, it's done on Noble L. Remember to subscribe to Noble L the second, and you can subscribe to Noble L the first one, Noble L. And the bold move video we made yesterday, remember to go back and give that a thumbs up. And somebody shared this with us this morning. Trust common law, what you should know. A cute little video on, yeah, setting up your uh, trust. Corporations, yeah, she's saying try not to make it look like a corporate construct. Um, yeah, and then she describes the different trusts. We put ours under Noble Drew Express Trust, and then we did the quit claim deed, right? The quit claim deed we talk about often. We had started to do 10 people on the quit claim deed when we were doing that suit. It turned out to be 300. Little did we know this stuff was going to come out. Woo! Can you imagine being alive at this time, you guys? This is incredible stuff that's going on now globally, eh? But she has a list here of all the different kinds of trust. Common law trust, pure trust, private trust, true trust, irrevocable trust, statutory trust, public trust. So you can watch this video. I'll put this in the link below. So that's it for now, you guys. Like, share, subscribe. Remember to give these videos a thumbs up. To support us, go to PayPal at themullings@gmail.com. Those of you in need of the GSA bonds, you can email us to set off the matters using the social security numbers and the birth certificate numbers. Remember to get the birth certificate, the certificate of live birth from the Vital Statistics Office, so you're registered as you're declared alive for the first time in this lifetime. Like, share, subscribe. You guys have yourself a great day, and thank you to each and every one of you. Again, I just want to pray for Donald Trump and his entire family, the Army, the Navy, the military, and all of us that are good globally, trying to help one another get free from this treasonous situation we find ourselves in today. Thank you. Have a great day.